Okay, this is an absolute pain in the ass to get out, but here's the trick. You gotta loosen this thing as much as you can. Pull this off the seam. Let's see if I can set this down here. Pull this off the seam, like off, and then reach back there with your fingers and start peeling this off the connection pipe. As soon as you get a little bit of air in there, it comes right off. But yeah, that was a pain in the ass. And there's a turbo inlet. So to get this PCV valve off, what I use just these clips to get a good grip on it. Really hard to get your finger in between this part and the valve to release it. So anyways, use those, super helpful. So this is probably the most difficult part, is trying to get that evap line right there. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Right there to connect to the stack right there on top. It's so incredibly difficult. The tolerances are so tight. What you end up having to do is disconnect them from each other. Disconnect them both from each other, and then pull the turbo inlet pipe out. Keep them disconnected. Put the turbo inlet pipe in, and connect that first one, the lower one, to the turbo inlet, and then align the top one while you're aligning the bottom one to the turbo inlet, and connect them all at once, because the tolerances, like I said, they're so tight. I ended up snapping off this piece. Oh, where'd it go? Ended up snapping off this piece right here, which is the if you guys need the part number, I'll put it in the comments below. But yeah, anyways, that piece is right back there, which is the crankcase ventilation hose. That snaps really easily. Another thing I noticed, which is pretty gnarly, is there's a lot of oil in this turbo intake. I mean, put my finger in here. It seems like a lot of oil. So I'm thinking I need to get a oil catch can. It's just kind of in there. And then as I'm looking at pulling this valve off, I mean, there's tons of oil around here too, so I mean, I know it's meant for that, but